I'm a proud member of the Justice and Public Safety Committee for the National Association of Counties, also known as NACO. In our Justice and Public Safety segment, we like to share information from our partners that provide resources about justice and public safety. Today, please meet Ian Elmore-Moore, Community Resource Specialist with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office of Gang Prevention. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Thank you for having me, Commissioner Harrington.
All right, so tell us, what is the Office of Gang Prevention?
The Office of Gang Prevention is unique. District Attorney Paul Howard said that we're incarcerating young people at alarming rates for participating in criminal street gang activity. We cannot continue to do that. There has to be something else. We have to start mentoring. We have to start tutoring. We have to start alleviating the issues that are around our young people in joining criminal street gangs. So I'm not a prosecutor. Right, I'm not an investigator. I have no law enforcement background. I'm actually an educator. He felt the need that we need more mentors within our community.
Well, that is certainly true, and certainly happy to support our district attorney in that effort because our children need as much help as they can get nowadays.
Absolutely.
What is the typical age range that you all are finding that kids are being recruited into these gangs?
Unfortunately, Commissioner Arrington, I've been to elementary schools where I see kids who are displaying gang signs. They're not necessarily doing criminal activity, but you could see it as early as in the 3rd grade.
Well, I guess you get exposed to it by family members and those that are around, and you mimic those things even that young.
Absolutely. Atlanta's unique in this approach because this is an era where we can really evoke change. We're not like Los Angeles or Chicago or even New York City or New Jersey, where I'm from, where we have generations of people who are involved in criminal street gang activity. We're really on the cusp. We're on the 1st or 2nd generation. So if we can get a grip on it right now, right, we're going to end the cycle and we won't be like a Los Angeles where experiencing 60 years of criminal street gang activity.
So why do our youth join these gangs? What's the attraction?
There's a lot of different reasons, right? I could talk from a psychological understanding of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So they're looking for a sense of security or belonging. Basic needs aren't being met, and then sometimes it's just social. They just want to be cool. They want to fit in. A lot of the young people, they think girls would be more attracted to them, or young men would be more attracted to them if they could put on this street persona. We're in Atlanta, so you already know how the media is playing a role into it. So we got a lot of our hip-hop executives. We have a lot of our movies that are being shot here. So there's glamour in criminal street gang activity, unfortunately.
So what can we do to prevent this activity? What are you guys doing, and how can we help?
I go throughout the community, throughout District 5, and I educate teachers and parents about what to look for. Because a lot of these times parents are listening to the music in the car and they have no idea they're making references to gang activity. Right. They're taking pictures with their grandma throwing up a gang sign and they have no idea that that is a gang sign. So what we really like to do is just highlight. We want to highlight and make everybody aware of what gang activity truly is. We show them the signs, we show them the terminology, we display the clothing that they might wear just so they can have that conversation. We just want to have our parents and our teachers engage our young people so that they can curb their activity to something more positive.
What are some of those signs that our parents, that our county, our residents need to be aware of so if they see it, they'll know?
Okay, so yeah, I'll break it down for you. The most prevalent gang that we're seeing, there's so many, especially in District 5. If you go to Jonesboro Road, so you have Young Thug's crew, they're called YSL, so Slime. Slime would do something like this. It has a Y, a S, and an L to indicate that they're a member of YSL gang. If you're on Old National, or if you're in Thomasville or Boulevard, that's really predominantly a Crip neighborhood. So you'll see Rolling 60 Crips, and they throw neighborhood, because they're neighborhood Rolling 60 Crips. If you go down to Brown Middle School, if you go up to Washington, of course I'm not naming these schools, I'm just talking about the general area, you'll have 9 Trey Bloods. So they'll throw up 9 Trey. It's a 9 with three fingers to indicate the Trey. PFK, which is closer to Delmar Lane, the flats as they call it, Adamsville. So 7 courts, you'll see a lot of members of the Bloods or PFK there. So it's about just allowing people to recognize this. Right? If you see a sign, you see a kid throwing up rolling 60 crib, don't say, hey, don't join the gang, because automatically, right, kids nowadays are tuning you out. Just say, is that rolling 60s? Because a lot of our adults and our young people, they'll be shocked. They'll be like, hold on, Grandma, how did you,
Right.
how you know rolling 60 crib? Nah, Grandma, that's not rolling 60 crib, but you're getting that engagement, you're getting that conversation piece so that you can say, next time you see it, right, I know what it is. Don't do that anymore. So why are you portraying this gang lifestyle, right? That's all we really want to do. We want to create this atmosphere where people are educated about criminal street gang activity. We feel that education will be the cornerstone of changing criminal street gang activity within our community.
Well, and, then once you do that, the child can relate to you, and once the child can relate to you, they can open up to receive any additional messages. Who are some of your community partners?
Oh man, I have so many, especially in District 5. So we have Gary Davis at Next Level Boys Academy, the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA. They have the Black Male Lab that's going on every Monday in Camelton YMCA. We have Fathers First, Keith Lewis, who's doing an excellent job throughout the community. Dominic Stokes, who's doing an excellent job doing economic development. So he's employing Italian ices and selling them so kids can make money that way instead of selling drugs. There's a lot of community partners, but one in particular is Emory University. We're partnering with Emory University because we want to answer that initial question of why our youth are joining gangs. We can speculate, but we want data to show that this is the reason why. Is gang activity going down when the Falcons are doing well? Right? Is there more gang activity when there's no basketball or football games playing in the Metro Atlanta area? Right? If there's more gang activity when an album is released by a known gang member within our community, we want to start to look at that data. And we're so grateful that you guys have awarded us that 475 Fairburn Road facility, so we can house that information there, so we can really start to find out why our youth are joining gangs.
Well, awesome. Sounds like you got your hands full.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the work needs to be done.
How can our audience find out more about the District Attorney's Office of Gang Prevention and all of the great things that you're doing? Yeah,
they can definitely reach out to me via email. My email address is ian.elmore-moore@fultoncountyga.gov. So that's Ian, IAN.ELMORE-MOORE@fultoncountyga.gov. I had to incorporate my mother's maiden name is Elmore, and my father's name was Moore. But my mother did a lot of raising, so I felt the need to collaborate those names to Elmore-Moore.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's great having you on the show, Ian.
Okay,
thank you. We'll be right back with our D5 Spotlight. Stay with us.